Palmetto.
How do we look, Palmetto?
Do we look sideways or do we look normal?
You look amazingly normal, Sister Kate. All right, I'll get on here.
Can you scoot that over so I don't
gonna
have to
fix that
lean?
in a minute. Yep. I can only do so many things at one time.
I'm here early. Yay.
Okay, are we generally
Can you see the both of us?
correctly?
We're not like vertical. Are we horizontal now? Please tell us. Good evening again.
Are we horizontal?
Are we horizontal?
Did you call this one Watch Live?
I said wow live. Still sideways. Lone Star Living says.
This is ridiculous. All right, we're just going to do this.
We're going to do it that way.
We're going to do this.
Y'all looked in portrait, turned to landscape, someone said.
Yeah, but we don't know how to do that.
We tried, and we're not willing to try again. We're just going to have to be really narrow. Is there a rotation lock on your phone? Nope.
There might be. You might have done that. But we can't do it while we're streaming.
Now you're good, said, following Yeshua.
Yeah, but we're narrow. See, we got to do this.
Following Yeshua, this is a new phone, and I don't have my numbers from my old phone because I just completely lost it. So if you don't mind sending me a text, that would be awesome, so I can stay in contact with
y'all.
Here
you go. You can do the comments that way.
William said, do the things.
We're trying. We're trying.
Sergeant Fubar said, it's a matter of perspective. Well, isn't that true? It's far away, though.
Well,
you think it's okay? Tell the complainers to chill and deal. I like
chill,
that.
Deal.
That would be a good t-shirt, too. Chill and deal.
Yeah.
It would. Thank you, Fallen Yeshua.
Following Yeshua's on?
Yeah, bless you. I don't know if it's you, brother, or you, sisters, but we love y'all.
How was your water from the rain that we just had? Man, it did a wham on our roads.
Yes, it did a wham on many things. It also filled up all our water containers, which we do like.
Truth. Hey, can y'all hear us okay? Because the camera's far away.
Lone Star Living said narrow is the way. So y'all are good.
That's right. Narrow way, straight gate, and few there be that enter therein.
Oh, and hey, Westhold Forge.
Yeah, Westhold Forge?
Yes, Westhold Forge.
Yes, can't say his name.
Can't say his name. You got the tree cuttings though, right? Because I did drop them off. And mine are I think I've got less than 50% now still hanging in there, but you know, okay. We do what we can do. What?
Do this.
It was bad following you.
Leave it like that and just let it roll. Don't touch it. And then you'll see what people say.
The sound is great. Good.
Awesome. Well, the blue skies came out. It rained horribly. We had tornado warnings.
Tornado watch.
We had a watch that went into a warning that went to a watch and then went away.
And then we had thunderstorms.
Much rain.
Much rain.
I was going to shoot a short video today.
Yes, Norm, we are.
I was going to shoot a short video today. In our garden, I have 2 rows of peas, and right off of 1 row of peas, water is just squirting out of the ground and flowing down my pea line.
Right. Oregon Barry said he grabbed the shirt, the Noah shirts. They're cool.
And Sister Kate said, "Where's that water coming from?" I said, "From the mountain. It weeps."
I'm pretty sure I murdered the cuttings. I'm bad luck. Well, I don't have the greatest. I went online. I watched a YouTube video. Take the top 6-inch container, so I did. And like I said, I've probably got less than 50% of mine still alive. I think it's supposed to be ideal conditions, like they're warm and moist for 6 weeks.
That sounds like a good way to grow bacteria.
In Norm Holland, it's 1 o'clock in the morning there.
Norm, go to bed, man.
You're up late.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Hello, Jeff Fosters. And Westhold said I killed 4 last year. Westhold, I've done it like 1 other time, and I had 0.
That was a weird bird.
That looked kind of like a duck, but I know it's not.
I know, it did look kind of like a duck.
Someone said, okay. Had to bug out. House flooded, said Kentucky Believer.
Oh, you also have moderator privileges on there. If someone's an idiot, you can ban them.
Mad Celt's on there. Shalom.
What's up, my brother?
William is in Crete. It's
Crete?
3:15.
What's the temperature like? Like, what's the high in Crete gonna be tomorrow? That sounds to me like a lovely place, except I think they have bad sewage, don't they?
I don't know. Island, it's in the Mediterranean, right? Crete's an island. Cyprus. Shalom from the Missouri Ozarks.
So that's what?
Islands of stability.
In a sea of chaos, someone's been listening.
How did you get to Crete? Are you like in the service?
How did I get to Crete?
No, how did
They
he get
flew
to
me there.
Crete?
Oh,
Are you a teacher at an international school? I mean, come on. I live on top of a hill and it's flat, but my yard turns into a river and swampland. Mad Kel's getting a Noah shirt.
that's a cool
Awesome.
Noah shirt, isn't it? I mean, I think we got it through Bonfire. One of the patrons had an idea for it, for just hashtag going Noah, and then I had the idea what I want it to look like.
Oh, brother Alex.
I drew a
shalom.
little sketch. I sent it to Bonfire, worked with their design crew. I really like Bonfire. I
Hey,
really
Rick.
do.
Meshuggah Farms. Isn't it supposed to be Meshuggah?
Mashugna.
But it means like dummy.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
don't know, Meshuggah. It's a great name. 65 South Homesteader said it's my favorite shirt idea so far.
Well, thank you. Better than Kuhip?
Thank you for the discount code for Canada on the O lights. I made use of it and appreciate it. You're welcome.
I love those lights. They keep wanting me to advertise, but I'm
Warrior
kind of,
Ranch.
I don't want to be the YouTube Olight channel. You know what I mean? So,
Alex Giles, brother Alex said, ducks are officially living in the refrigerator.
awesome.
Well,
Tell them the story. Tell the people the story.
so you all know I had a lot of ducks. You watch my videos, I had like 22 ducks. Most of them were male. I only had, I think, 8 females total. And as the spring comes and the weather warms up, things were getting overused. And so brother Alex was at an event that I was at. I can't remember if it was a
Doesn't matter. That's details we don't need to go into.
Shabbat or
It
whatever.
doesn't matter. We don't need to go into those
And
details.
he said, well, I like duck and I like to eat duck. And I said, well, I got a bunch you're welcome to have. And so there was a swap made. I brought him, I think, like 8 or 10 of these males.
OCO, peace, shalom.
Shalom. And he said, I'm going to barbecue them for y'all. I'm going to butcher them and I'm going to eat them. And so he put them in a cage on top of his little car and drove them to his place. And they got to wander around for a
Now,
couple of weeks.
Alex
just-
wants you to go into more details on his hillbilly duck transport.
Right. So I show up. I have a
In a
big
pickup.
cage.
In a
right. In a
pickup.
pickup with his cage.
A real pickup with an 8-foot bed.
Right. Old white pickup. And he
Like
shows
that's
up
all the people.
in a little SUV. He had given some birds to, and so I'm returning his cage and birds to V, and I'm just looking at the cage like,
Was it an SUV or a car?
I think it's a little like, kind of like ours, a little Honda
Car.
hatchbacky
thing.
something thing. And I'm thinking, cagey no fit, cage no fit. He opens the back and he tries to put the cage in, and it's not fitting. So we both kind of look at each
Hey,
other
Mark.
and go,
It was an SUV. It was a Jeep Cherokee.
that's right. What are we going to do about this? And then I looked on the top and I'm like, well, you have racks. What about if we just set
It's a
it
duck
up?
rack.
Right. Just put it up on top. And he said, okie doke. So then he didn't have any rope. We had that awful yellow plastic rope, like 100 foot of that.
That's great
in our
rope.
truck. And so
Polypropylene rope. It's great rope.
he puts the ducks on top of this Jeep. What is it? Cherokee?
Yes.
Wagoneer?
Jeep Cherokee.
And then like throws the yellow rope through the cage and winds it through and around and everything. And he went home with those like 10 ducks on top of his SUV.
Hey, Hunter Kirk. Do we know each other?
Hello, shalom,
SeaTac.
John.
Do you know I got to play the role of terrorist at SeaTac one time? Went up on the roof of the Northwest
Hello, Tammy.
Terminal and got to do fun things.
Shalom, y'all.
Officially paid for it. All the stuff.
Did you get a bunch of rain? Lone Star Living said they got a bunch
All
of
right,
rain down
Kirk.
there. I from Pickle Wife.
I have a Kirk in my life that is a big hunter. That's why I'm asking.
Only in Patreon land, he said. It's the generation.
You guys have us here until the sun goes down. What are your questions? What do you want to hear us talk about?
Questions, comments. What do you want to hear a commentary on?
I used to say when I gave briefings, questions, comments, dirty looks.
D-Nex says shalom back. Did you get some flooding manufactured
D-Neck, people want to
homesteader?
know why you have an H on your shed. It's because the name of the company starts with an H.
Questions, comments. Lots of flooding near Ardmore.
I don't know where Ardmore is. Sounds like an Oklahoma place.
Mountains are farm country to move to.
Get thee to the high mountain. You want to get to the mountains? It's hard for big armies to move in mountains. Get to the mountains.
There's also usually natural.
What do I think about India? A lot of people in India.
Salutations, says Lon. We are going to.
Lon, do you know Lon like left on a journey to go shopping? And there's 3 or 4 ways back to his property. But the way that we came into his property by the time he came back,
no, gonna work.
Could not get.
No, I
needed
believe
like
that.
to do a
Right.
do a security, near side security. Remember those?
Ardmore means big hill in Gaelic.
Well, that's a cool name.
Norm knows Scottish Gaelic. We know Kimera Ahu.
Gimera Ahu.
That's a Scottish Gaelic.
I told that to a undercover SAS guy or somebody that worked against the IRA, and I went in and I said, Gimera Ahu. And he said, what? And yeah, we don't address that stuff. Just leave it alone.
I'm just letting you know.
And after a while, he said, what was that you said to me when you came in here? And I'm thinking, come on, if you worked against the IRA, you got to speak Gaelic. And I said, that's Gaelic for how you doing? And he goes, oh, that's Scottish Gaelic. I'm like, okay, I didn't know there were 2 kinds.
All right, so
yeah, I don't answer questions like that, so just don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just quit pointing them out.
all right, that's fine.
Many large gaps in the shelves. We were in Walmart the other day recently. They were rearranging the whole store, and I didn't like it. They're rearranging Lowe's too. What's going on? And somebody told me they're rearranging TS to sell household goods. All right, look.
Oh, thank you, Timothy. He very appreciates us. The IRA has a language all its own.
Yeah, I believe they do.
Hey,
Okay, just let it roll, sweetie.
there's Aid. Hey, Aid. How you doing? How's your hunter doing?
Lowe's management.
After the loss of Prince Philip, it's got to be kind of depressing for a little while at least.
Hey, 6-shooter. Hello, KC.
Is it
CKOC? Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. You know, when I go into people's live streams, I hate saying hello.
Casey found my channel. Cool.
There you go.
All the stores are rearranging to store high shortages. That's interesting.
You know, I heard about that. There's evidently a lot of shortages upstream of a lot of different things.
Yeah. Yep.
What somebody say? You guys need fiber cable to get the internet? We have no cables or wires of any kind coming into this land.
Off grid means off grid, Dragon Hawk.
We be off grid.
You're lucky we're not doing this by smoke signal. Shalom.
Same thing's going on in
in
Canada.
Right? What if we just hear about there was
Do
gonna
I
be a
think the
shortage?
lumber shortage is here to stay? I don't know. I've got a fix, and
Someone said something about hang on. Oh man, I just missed it. They said a really
what
good
part of
comment.
Indiana are you from?
Did the peas survive the rain?
Yes.
Just a camera angle. Sorry that we've tried
That's
it
the best
many
we can do.
times.
That's what you're stuck with today.
Okay. Awaiting smoke signals.
Started plowing in Ohio.
Good. Awesome.
It's hard to get an invite to Shofar Mountain.
Yeah.
Just got to tell you that. And that's about all I'm going to say about that.
lumber shortage prices are here to stay.
And I hope not, because I cannot afford to build that 50-foot long wall, and I really want to put that wall in there.
Okay, David.
See you, Norm. Sleep well, Airborne.
I gave $10 for crap 2x4s. It felt dirty.
No kidding.
Following Yeshua said plastic and paper shortages near them too.
Somebody gave me a hint a while ago and said buy nails, so I did. I bought a bunch of nails, and they weren't cheap when I bought them.
Grandma Ginger's farm. Hey, shalom. All self-checkout.
Yeah, so I want to talk about that.
Yes. Blah.
I hate the self-checkout.
Hate it.
We walked into a Walmart the other night, and there was one checker on duty, real lane. And I said, well, let's do this quick. And when we came back, I didn't see a checker. I was going to leave my cart sitting right there. If there's not a human to check me out, I'm not going to do it. And here's the thing. They're paying those checkers at least $15 an hour. Are they going to pay me $15 an hour to check myself out?
Right, and bag my own stuff? Come on now.
So I refuse.
Plus, as we get older, it's not as easy to do that kind of stuff. They should not force you to have to do all that. You hire younger checkers so they can help us.
It says
out.
I can only see the top of our head. Well, we can fix that.
Yeah, that's.
Hold this.
Yeah. Oh, good. Thanks for telling us.
Yeah, that's good news.
And you pay for the bag too.
What about now? Can you see us, our whole self now? Much better.
Good.
All right.
Thank you, John, for letting us know, because we didn't know. The picture we saw
is the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold my beer.
No,
Sister
too high.
Vicky.
Yes, I cannot see. Some of you can see, some of you can't see. I don't know. Most people are saying okay.
You keep saying flip it sideways. We can't.
If we flip it sideways, we'll look sideways. Look.
Right.
Watch this. Now, I just flipped it sideways, but I bet you we don't look right, do we?
We have not figured out. It's a new phone. So
it's a new phone.
And this is our first live stream on it, so we haven't figured it out. It was sort of a fly-by-night kind of, let's just do a live stream. I can hear you, and that's what really matters. Oregon Berry said something really cool. Man.
Rioting may affect viewing. There is no rioting out here on Shofar Mountain.
Y'all look just fine, said Blue Mariner.
I hate all phones. I am looking forward to the day when I throw them all into the back of a northbound truck. Joe, your eyes are cut off. Oh no!
Y'all look
a lot
great.
of people say we look fine.
Six Sigma said new sub. Welcome.
Lean Six Sigma.
Thank you for all the tips that you give. You're
It's
welcome.
mouth, beard, and eye, and no eyes. All right, well, we can try a little bit more adjustment, like that. Okay, now how is it?
Tilted up a hair. I am technology challenged. Me too.
Yeah, I know about horizontal mode, but we can't do it while we're live streaming, and we tried 3 times.
You're welcome, Bill Smith.
All right, there we go. Much better. Perfect. All right,
Thank
everyone's
you for
saying
subbing. Good. Westhold. Perfect. Good.
You want to get a drink? You said you want to get a drink. Oh, look at you. What are you drinking?
Coconut water. Some sort of juice and water.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
No bourbon?
Mm-mm.
No hen?
It's not a hen kind of day. I didn't need hen. I have a video uploading right now. I did a little minor surgery today. I feel pretty
yeah,
good
this
about
is
that.
good. Yeah. Tell them about what you did.
Well, but should I? Because then will they watch the video if I tell them all about it?
Oh. Let's just say she did minor surgery on a duck's foot, and I find it very gross, but she's good at it.
Mm-hmm. And the video should be up this evening if you guys want to find out about it. Just subscribe. Nice. Thank you.
Wild turkey. You know, I've never had wild turkey, although I believe Russell's is made by wild turkey. And I do appreciate Russell's.
Thank you, Blue Mariner.
Western New York. All right, that's a good part of New York.
Thank you, Truth Seeker. Caleb, It'll be up.
When can you expect your Going Noah shirt? They ship them the last day or the day after the last day of the sale. The sale is 7 days long. Somewhere around May 2nd or 3rd, they ship out. They print them all and send them all at once.
Lone Star, I don't mix that well with strong drink either. I'd be asleep so fast, and I don't want to go to sleep quick. So
I'm gonna go blow my nose. Could you
good
just
idea.
do that?
Well,
I'll be
turkey,
back.
Are we delicious? Are we talking about the drink or the
I
fowl?
think they are.
The fowl is delicious. It's got a way better flavor than the stuff raised in a farm. Hello from the great state of Texas, Diane and Toby's Adventures. How are you all doing down there with this crisis on your border? Is that affecting you directly? Shalom from South Carolina. We think it's allergies. I got this stuff to make white Russians, kind of like drinking chocolate milk until it knocks you out. Right. Did Going Noah go live? I haven't got to Patreon yet today. Yes, it did. Hail, fellow Vikings. Checking in from Columbus, Ohio, from North Carolina. It's international. Well, it's definitely national. Y'all are coming in from all over the place, and we appreciate you visiting. What banana pudding moonshine tastes like? I don't know, but I bet you it's pretty good. We have a sister in the congregation who makes her own orange sickle moonshine, and it tastes like orange juice. So moonshine has, does your bird have bumblefoot? Yes. Dragonhawk's watching from Australia. Do you watch Homestead Oz, AUS, with Wayne and Lynn? Because I just subscribed to their channel recently, and they've got some really good tips and skills themselves. Oak pollen very bad in Florida. From Walnut, Mississippi. Is that Mississippi? You guys are a true blessing. Well, thank you, Stephen. I would say belief in Yahweh is a true blessing.
All right, I got something to say. You ready?
Sure.
Can I go?
Sure.
All right, so I got a new book today that I want to talk to y'all about. But before I do, shameless plug. Survivalist Family, by me. You can get it anywhere. All right.
Hey, y'all.
Human Factors, Considerations of Undergrounds and Insurgencies, 2nd edition. I just got it today. I have the original, as in the original field manual, ST, whatever. And a really interesting thing, it's really good. I haven't even opened this one yet. A really interesting thing about the original Human Factors, Considerations of Undergrounds in Insurgencies was that it was honchoed, the project was honchoed by a major in Army Special Forces in the 60s named Robert K. Brown. Robert K. Brown went on to form these Soldier of Fortune Enterprise, the magazine. I have some original editions of that magazine when it only came out 4 times a year. And funny story, which I'll make really short, he invited me to go elk hunting with him my last year in the Army in Colorado. And so I'm really interested in seeing what this one changes and does about. But people on Patreon like to see what books I'm reading. And I haven't started this one yet, but there it is.
Grandma Teacher's Farm says, please add the name to info box as we couldn't read it on the screen.
Well, I can't do that because I'm not that technically good. It says Human Factors, Considerations of Undergrounds in Insurgencies, 2nd edition. There you go. I don't know that Grandma would like the book. Just saying. Could be assuming too much.
Heavily Armed Christian says he has your book. Highly recommend.
Yeah, I think it's a good book.
Waboggin is also in Australia. We have had
G'day!
turn their back on us for moving up into the hills and our decisions about homesteading. Did this happen to you?
We kind of just left and came here and made new friends. It's kind of what we did. We're too far away from where we used to live to maintain. Although we do have some good friends back there still.
Right, and our family didn't so much turn their back on us. They thought we'd lost our mind a
They
little
thought
bit.
we'd
but
lost our ever-loving mind
stayed
for
in-
reals.
Yeah, they stayed in contact with us. But we kind of addressed those issues, one in his book, and I think we both did videos on, if people turn their back on you, then there's not a whole lot you
Kick
can
the dust
do.
off your feet and keep moving.
Right, keep moving. You said I could look at that.
Okay. Yes, human factors, considerations.
They can't see it because you hold it too close and the picture is blurry.
Oh, let me.
That
I
first
said
word
it
is
3 times.
human.
Human.
My dad thinks I'm as mad as a cut snake. Well, yeah.
Is that too close?
His dad thought
My
the
fingers are
same
dirty
thing.
because I was working in the garden. You'll have to get over it.
Oh, looks like there's a lot of you guys
A lot of what, guys?
from Kentucky.
Kentucky.
All my family considers me Captain Crazy Pants, said Bad Kel. I'll tell you what, Mad Kel, you and Westhold Forge will probably get along. They both have the same kind of humor. Lone Star Living just did the title in his comment. You all can see it there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
One of my friends did a blog post of why you shouldn't come to Torah when I revealed to her that I have come to an understanding that I should. Right. And pretty much all the don't come to Torah people argue without really
Okay, I don't
understanding
hit the religion
issues.
hard on my things.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Good vibes sent from Wales, UK.
Have you been to Wales?
I don't think I did go to Wales, and I
Where's
probably
the
would
lake
have loved
country?
it.
Is the lake country not in Wales?
North England.
Huh.
Wales is to the
West.
right? Wales has some of the most amazing names with lots and lots of. It's just like
Don't they have their own
Hawaiian.
language that no one can understand?
Like very long names with many
Alaka paka
consonants.
paka puku?
Except it's not like that. It's Gwynnish Snurkin. I mean, it's hard to describe, but it's really cool.
Do you know what Welsh rabbit is?
No.
It's a food. Welsh rabbit. Muskrat.
That's right, Welsh. Hello from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Minnesota Amateur Gardens.
Isn't that the state
Hello?
that contains Minneapolis?
Yes, it does.
Is that the Tri-Cities also up there?
I don't know about the Tri-Cities. There's a reason to get over it. You're doing things that you love to do for your family. I've been to the Isle of Wight. It's hard to speak in Welsh, in Wales, because it's Wales. You can't speak Welsh. Got your book through Brother TJ. You, sir, are incredibly underrated, said Tread on this.
Well, thank you. Tell all your friends.
Berger says it's Twin Cities, not Tri-Cities.
Oh, Twin Cities.
Many,
Is that Schlemiel, Schlemazel,
Mazel.
something incorporated? Da-da-da-da-da. Were
I
they working there?
don't know if it
Laverne
was,
and Shirley?
I don't know if it was Minnesota. I thought it might have been Michigan. Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Wow.
Minneapolis, aka one big bonfire. Richard Burton was Welsh, and so was Tom Jones. Some
Tom
excellent
Jones.
singers.
I
from
don't know why the
Wales.
women were so enthralled with Tom Jones.
Possum Pfeffer Incorporated. That was Milwaukee. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, Murderapolis. Murderapolis is what Minnesota said.
Y'all need to come out of those cities. Although this person isn't probably in Minneapolis if they're watching us.
We were talking about how living in mountains can be the natural life, like deer, bear, quail.
Bigfoot, dogmen,
There's lots of plants
Black
out here that you
panthers,
can eat. Walnut
wild boar,
tree, hickory.
copperheads, rattlesnakes.
Come on, other things that grow on mountains. Things you can eat. Plants, stuff
Bigfoot,
like that.
dogmen.
Okay, you're not going to be serious. Never mind. Dana the Wild says, come out of her, my people.
Coo him.
I'm here for the Dogman talk, says Skara
Hey,
Bowman.
I don't even want to see a dogman. Although I just watched a movie on
Excuse me.
Amazon called Dogman. Might be Dogmen. I think it's Dogman. It was kind of like an indie flick. And it was actually pretty good. It amused me.
Well, that probably means that
And
I
it was
will
filmed
be
in Minnesota.
watching that later. Someone else said hi, Sister Kate, and we're hi everyone, hi. Okay, trying to come out of her spouse not on board. There's a chapter in his book on that. I've got videos out on that. Trout fishing, yes.
Let me see here. Let us turn to the tone.
Yep. I'm sitting on the porch looking at cows. Way better than looking at a parking lot. Right. Living in the mountains is also a less stressful life. You don't
Oh my
have the
goodness.
noise and all that other stuff. At least we don't. In Northland, Kansas City, what do you think it will be like here? Could be pretty crazy. Kansas City got a lot of people in it if something went really
A whole
bad.
chapter called Getting the Spouse on Board
Yep.
on my book, Survivalist Family, Prepared Americans for a Strong America. Or you can insert Prepared Australians for a Strong Oz, or Prepared Kiwis for a Strong New Zealand, or und so weiter.
What kind of mushrooms do you all harvest?
None here.
There are none here. We've done morels
And that's it.
in other states, but that's it. I'm no expert, and I don't like to risk it.
And here's the deal on mushrooms. The nutritional value is really not worth the risk, which mushroom experts every year die from eating the wrong mushroom. And morels are really easy to identify, so we ate them for a while in another state.
I wonder if they'll let us bring marshmallows and hot dogs to the next city burning. Something about bear said something. That'd be funny.
I'd bring a rifle and body armor, but
We have
that's me.
armadillos. Can you eat them? We can't.
We don't eat them because they have paws, and we don't eat things that go forth on paws.
They're unclean for us, but y'all make that choice for yourself. That's for every man to decide for himself.
Well, it's actually God already decided, but
He
whatever.
did. Spouse built a small greenhouse. Nice. Yes. I finally got that one with enough support on it. All I have to do is get the plastic on it, and I think I can use it.
This fall.
Shalom, family. Shalom, shalom.
Who said that?
Aha Yahweh or something.
What was that noise?
It's a text or something.
Okay.
Would the Red River area of Oklahoma be okay? Don't know.
Don't know. Don't know much about the Red River area. Isn't that where Bigfoot is? Isn't that down there? Folk
Would you
Falk
stop with the Bigfoot and the
We're
dog
gonna
man?
see one, man.
Good evening from the highs desert, says Desert Viking. Good evening.
That's a cool name, Desert Viking.
Love and Light Homestead said our greenhouse is going up this weekend here in Michigan's Thumb. Well, congratulations, because I think a greenhouse really expands your ability to grow things. And there's a brother Mike. We've seen him recently. Hello. Hello, brother Mike. Greenhouse plastic got expensive. I don't plan on using the greenhouse plastic.
We're probably going to
first
use
time
the like
around.
4 mil.
Right. Probably go get 4 to 6 mil at Lowe's and try it and make sure it doesn't blow it off or whatever and see how the temperature works.
Southern Prepper One did a video. It was pretty good talking about how you should have this plastic on hand to fix holes in your house and whatnot.
Sure.
And we have a whole bunch in that bin right there. Man, my nose is squeaking.
Yep. There's probably some pollen going on. Hello from New Hampshire.
DL Hemingway, what's up, my brother?
I've been widening my land search because the Ozarks are running out of land.
Well, it got expensive because it got popular because some people told people to come here or something.
Multi-walled polycarbonate, says Joe Blundell.
Okay.
See y'all later. Time to get on the tools. All right, Waboggin, good to see you.
Good day, mate.
Be safe out there. Armadillos carry leprosy.
Yeah,
They
that's
can.
why they're open season around here.
They can, and they can also carry the plague. It just kind of depends on if they've got it in your area. I get some weird looks when I give family life straws for Christmas. We used to give flashlights. What a shock.
We give all kinds of useful gifts.
Nil de Valier Forge and Woodcraft. I'm getting lucky from work, and boss is giving me polycarbonate for my greenhouse. Nice.
That's cool.
I'm so glad you proved your videos are very informative and inspirational. Well,
Which
cool.
videos? Patreon or YouTube?
Moved to the Ozarks after watching It's going too fast. Shalom, Ladysmith. The regular formal plastic only lasts one season. It
Right.
disintegrates. So I kind of expect that, Mad Keld. I'm more worried about
We're going to do proof of concept first.
right proof of concept. So if it gets torn up, okay. But I want to check certain things about the framework.
YouTube. So
Desert Viking both, thank you.
people, let me say this.
Go ahead.
People will chime in here. I got to tell you, my videos on Patreon are 100 times better than my videos on YouTube, and I do them almost every day. Spend $1 for 1 month. If you hate it, quit. You lost $1. I'm telling you, you'll love it. If you think the videos on YouTube are good, you ain't seen nothing.
Dave from the Colorado Vikings just checked in.
Hey, Dave.
I'm going to get 10 5-gallon
Is that
gas
Jay
storage.
Jones?
Yes, shalom, Jay Jones. It's moving. Yeah, it is. 1,000 times better. I'm finally making a small milking room out of pallets this weekend. I hope that works out well for you. It makes a huge difference
Sure
in my
does.
ginger farm if you have a nice enclosed milking space.
When we were in that other state and I built you the one with the heater and lights in it, that made all the difference in the world. Sister Kate was going out in the darkness, the pre-dawn darkness, because she was milking twice a day in one of those metal lawnmower sheds that you put in your backyard. And it would be like 20 degrees out and she'd have a headlamp on and she'd be out there milking. And I'm like, this is unacceptable. And so I built her a milking stand with heat and light.
I want a Jersey cow. Ma'am, just be ready. If you get a Jersey
A lot
cow,
of milk.
be ready for a lot of milk. You have to have storage for it and a plan for what you're going to do with it, because you're going to get gallons and gallons. People are saying Patreon vids are worth the $1.
I honestly try to make every video worth $1, and I do about 30 a month.
Do you like Southern Prepper One Little Green Men videos?
I don't remember it specifically, but I generally like Southern Prepper One's videos.
Right. Okay.
He's the real deal.
Mim says she's got 11 children. Okay, you can do the Jersey cow
I think
and
she understands.
have them milk it for you. That would work for you. Hello from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
Thrifty VG. Wow. So we could talk like this. We sound more like we're from New York if we talk like
New
this.
York.
My wife is milking 5 goats as we text. God bless her, Johnny. Is she doing it by hand? Hello from Delaware. Been to Rehoboth Beach. It's a very nice beach, or it was 50 years ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, right?
I'm working Menards Topeka tonight because someone didn't want to work tonight. Menards
That's
would be a
DL
good,
Hemingway, isn't it?
yeah, that would be a good place to work though, for things that get discounted and whatever. And there's Mrs. Lovely Dudley. Shalom, sister. Shalom.
Hug that baby.
That's right. Kofefi?
Kofefi. That was good coffee.
It was.
I mean, that's the truth. That was good coffee.
Jaden Manuel is from Australia too. Good day.
We have a lot of Aussies.
Homestead Oz is a good prepper channel. People living in Australia.
Yep.
I think they're in WA. What do they call that?
Western Australia? Are they?
They might be.
I was in WA, Perth. And actually not Perth.
Do you know a Special Forces Sergeant Gordon Wiggins?
If I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Hello from Winchester V. Lord Fairfax Preparedness. What a great name if you live in Winchester. It's probably Fairfax County right next door, right?
We know somebody who lives in Winchester.
Have had to replace any parts on your Coleman 2-burner propane stove? No, we have not.
Nope. And Sister Kate uses that thing every day, multiple times. I started out every morning heating up water for usually I drink Folgers because it's quick. Yeah, no, it's great stuff.
I need Kofefi. Where to get it? I would just say
Google it.
Yeah, Google it. It should be online.
I did a video on it and I gave the address, but I have no idea what it is anymore.
Hello from North Ohio.
North Idaho?
North Idaho.
That's God's country
It's
right
probably
there.
very cold up there right
Remember
now,
when we
right?
went camping up there?
And the mosquitoes that
Oh my
wanted to
God, the
carry us
mosquitoes
away.
in Idaho in summer are outrageous.
So, did you already tell that story about that camp out?
Not really. You want to tell it?
I will just shorten it.
Then give me this.
Yeah, I will shorten the story very much because I'm not as good a storyteller as my husband. But we were a family camping up there. Gorgeous, beautiful area. Pull into this campground and we have what, 2 little kids, maybe 3? I can't
think
remember.
we had 2 at the time.
And I noticed something. There's 2 gentlemen sitting in an old station wagon in front of a campsite and they're reading newspapers. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. So we pull in and we start doing the thing you do when you camp, which is you get everything out of your thing and you start setting it all up.
Tents and
You-
get a little
right,
fire going.
Get your chairs out,
hung
get
up
the
my
fire
hammock.
go, get your cooler out with all the stuff that you're going to eat and
Hello,
prepare and
Tim.
everything. And then I noticed the guys over at that other thing aren't doing anything. They're still sitting in their car reading their papers.
They were greasy too.
They were kind of, but I mean, camping, you know, there can be greasy people camping. That's not an immediate alert. So we do and he has a longer version. We do
our geek.
various and sundry things like walk down to the lake and come back and go to the restroom and come back, and they're still sitting in their car.
And when I went to get water, because the water tap was past their car, when I went by, they both lifted up newspapers in front of their face. And then I came back. So then what did you say you were going to do?
I said I was going to go into town to like get gas in our car, but I told my husband, like, this is suspicious and I think something's wrong.
Okay, stop. She said, I'm going into town to call the popo, the police. And I said, whatever, I'll just hang out here. So you went into town.
And I called the police and I said, there are two gentlemen sitting in this camping area, you know, in this thing. They're not doing any camping activities. They're sitting in the car with these newspapers. And
you gave them the license plate and the car type.
And I gave them the license plate and the car type and probably a description of both of them. And I said, you know, can you send somebody to come check these guys out?
And what they said was that license plate does not match that car. We're going to send a deputy out there.
Right. And they hassled him while I was gone.
No, they didn't.
They came over and you were in
No.
your hammock.
No. All right. I'm taking over the story. So she comes back from town. She said she called the police and the police told her that the license plate did not match the car. They're going to send somebody out. And she said, I'm taking the kids. We're going down to the dock to fish. And so I'm laying in the hammock and I got a 45 and a shoulder holster underneath my flannel shirt. And I got my feet pointed at them. And here comes the deputy. And we were on a loop. And there were people camping. And the deputy drove right past those people, stopped at their car, got out, talked to them, made them open up the back of their car, and then the deputy drove away. And I'm like, huh. And this guy gets out of the car, and he's like big and greasy, looks like Joey Ramone with bad hair, and has a leather jacket on. He comes walking over, and he goes, did your old lady call the pigs? I got my hand underneath my shirt in my hammock. And I said, I don't know. He goes, where'd she go? I said, she went to town. He goes, why'd she go to town? I said, to get some ice. He goes, well, some people need to mind their own effing business. He didn't say effing. He said, you know. And he walked away and he goes, they told us we got to leave. And so then they skidded out of there. And then I'm like, great. They know where we're camping and we're going to be here all night. So I stacked up like a triple row of firewood next to our tent, between the tent and the road, had my 12 gauge ready to go. They didn't come back.
Well, they found out, the deputy talked to them. They had warrants, but I think he might have been afraid of them. So he just kind of warned them and said, like, go somewhere else, and leave these people alone. So I think that's what they did.
Stumps, Roots, and Shoots. What's the story behind your name? Because I know something about a kiwi bird that's kind of like that.
Shalom, Mark. Mrs. Lovely Dudley's like, oh wow, yeah, you know,
we had a ridgeback.
You know those mom antennas. You kind of pick up on behavior that's abnormal in adults, and you're like, you know what? I don't think my kids need to be around that. Hey, from Michigan.
They think you're awesome.
Oh, thank you, Stephen.
I'm not getting anything on the Roots, Shoots.
Should show his comment if you can. You boys should leave.
You boys need to leave. Oh.
Good job crossing streams together.
Just our last name is Stump and it's the name of my herbal company. Okay, Roots and Shoots.
Oh, Tim, I'm going to have to be contacting you soon because we had half a day of sun today and some sun tomorrow.
Steve, I have no idea. I don't carry my Glocks and shoulder holsters.
I don't know what that means.
I have no, I don't know Mike Glover personally, so I don't know. I wouldn't think so.
What is that?
I like Philip Hale's little symbol there. That's pretty cool.
The confusator.
Yeah, we're vertical because we couldn't get the camera sorted. This is like our third try of a live stream tonight. We just said,
Hello, Denise. Amazon has a big bucket.
I don't.
Any fish in those creeks?
Yeah, little ones.
They are seasonal. Absolutely, Emmanuel. Try to get out of there if you can, brother.
I use food grade diatomaceous earth and regular diatomaceous earth. As you will find, I don't care. It's fine. In the minuscule amounts you're using, I don't think it matters.
Questions, guys? Hey, there's Homie Biscuits.
Homie Biscuits. Shalom.
And Michigan Prepper, hello. Half Rhodesian and half Vizsla. Yeah, if I were to breed a Ridgeback with anything other, that would be a good combo because they look so similar. 10 years and he's the best hunting dog I ever had. Well, good. Mine's a pain in the rear end. He kills livestock and he eats trash.
He's ferocious, though.
He's,
Florida's a terrible place to bug out to. Are you kidding me?
That's right. Sister Vicky's been out of her for a year. You should ask her what she thinks about it. I think she's having fun. Just saying hello. So happy we're moving out of Atlanta.
Yes, you are. Hot Atlanta.
Oh, thank you. You guys are so nice.
The garden is coming along. I mean, we haven't really started planting it yet.
Well, Prepared Homestead, I would say something. Hami, please ask that again. That comment just zipped by and we didn't get to see it. We've got a lot of stuff that grows year. They're like perennial things. And so we have greens that we're eating right now, kale that we're eating right now. We have herbs that are growing. And so our garden has been going now we've been eating out of it since March. It's not your typical, the Zyrtec work.
The Zyrtec's working better than when I didn't take it. But right now it's just like, ugh.
Yeah. And Hami, please ask your question again because I want to see it. I want to answer it for you. But things like, tomatoes and stuff are not growing right now. It's still a little bit too cold. How's your garden doing?
Am I prepper? I don't believe in coronavirus. She does. So you'll get two totally different answers.
By God, Virginia.
Why do you not like New Mexico for WROL?
Not enough water.
Not enough water and Reconquista.
Flonase changed my life.
I'm going to try Flonase next.
Any plans on selling any more?
We fixed
puppies?
both our dogs.
Yeah, but as a breed, we can recommend them.
Yeah, it's a great breed.
Thank you. Planting this week. Glad we held off since the snow. Yeah, I had put tomatoes in knowing that it could frost, having lived here for a while. And I was keeping my fingers crossed. And of course, that big cold spell came through. I did put some containers over top of the tomatoes and some of them died, but some of them made it. So that made me happy. I had some cucumber plants that I put a black plastic planter bucket over, not knowing if it would work. And they lived somehow through that cold. So that was awesome. And then I had those pears that I had covered with there's 4 trees, towels and a canvas thing, and that fruit survived. So
Utah is better than wherever you said, Long Island, New Jersey, whatever. It's even better if you're Mormon.
Somebody got 80 pounds of potatoes. Good on you, buddy. We still haven't never gotten more than about 10 pounds, but we're going to keep going. Okay.
What about horses? So here's the deal on horses. I want to talk about horses a little bit. How well do I ride?
Not well.
Not well. Can I tack a horse?
Probably.
Yes, I can tack up a horse. I don't ride well, but I can ride. I think horses, if this thing goes full around all the way, horses are going to be valuable as far as transportation goes. So if you know what you're doing and you can feed them, well, you are the horsewoman of this duo.
May I say a few things about our equine brethren?
They're not brothers.
I know, I'm kidding. Horses are really valuable if you need to get transportation. They're quiet. a lot. I've crept up on people on my
Yes,
horse,
you have.
and they don't even notice me being there.
You're like 10 feet, what, 8 feet tall when you're sitting on it?
Right, you're 8 feet tall, and yet in the woods, like they don't even notice you're there half the time. It's not as hard to feed them as you think, but you do need to have enough for them to eat. Like you can get hay and everything, and it's not going to break your bank.
My mom lived in Ocala.
But having a field and a barn and everything makes that all a lot easier. We had one horse on 5 acres, and I still would buy hay in the wintertime for him.
You had one horse here, which is a lot more than 5 acres, and you still had to buy hay.
Well, there's no grass here. If you know how to ride, if you know how to tack them, then yes, a horse could be very useful.
I'll be back.
Yeah, and I was trying to teach my horse to pull a load. I have a harness for him, but that's something you kind of have to get when they're younger, and I didn't have the blinders on the halter, so he would get spooked, but yeah. Shalom, Kevin. Mules and a wagon would work. Absolutely. Mules are supposed to be great. Bicycles are quiet, a much lower learning curve. Thing about bicycles are you're going to need some spare parts. You're going to want spare tires and something to pump them up with and so on. With the horse, you need a few tools. You need the tack, but I was trimming my horse's hooves there near the end and doing an okay job of it. So I think they definitely have their place. Halflingers pull, plow, and rideable. Stock up on their meds too. You need some wormers and stuff. Yeah, sweet feed's too rich, really. We make our own hay. Exactly. Horses are expensive to keep and care for if you don't have a lot of land or 100 acres. That's kind of, Chris, you're exaggerating that a little. One horse needs 2 to maybe 8 acres. A broke mule might be better, and mules are supposedly tougher. I started pressure canning 6 months ago. I'm addicted to canning meat like crazy and veggies.
I have a story.
It's true. It's great. It's a great skill.
So I have a dear friend, one of 2 people who convinced me that Sister Kate and I could build this house on our own with 0 experience, which we did. And he used to go to a church where the pastor and his wife had 6 boys, and they were totally off grid and did not have a refrigerator. And they would can the leftovers from dinner every night.
Grandma Ginger's farm said large breed goats make excellent transportation, and you don't have to float their teeth. It's true. I mean, you can also use very large dogs for transportation. I'm just saying, the
Indians did.
The Indians then took to horses when they showed up. So there's benefits to all these things. Have you tried pressure canning on an open fire? Yes, we have, and we did.
Absolutely, with that guy I just told you about.
Yeah.
Hey, floating teeth.
Yes.
I don't think the Indians floated teeth. Well, how did they not have to do that? Because they only ate natural things?
Probably. The horses probably ground their teeth down eating natural things. There's Homestead, Australia. I mentioned you 3 times.
Yes, you did.
You all, because there were other Australians in the comments. Wabagan was one, and then there was another 2 people, and I plugged your channel because if they live in Australia, they should be.
So Homestead, Australia. A question: are you VB or TUIs? That's all I want to know.
Damien, I rode English. I was taught English first, and then
I want to see what they say.
I did.
I'll tell you what I am after
style riding, trail riding and stuff. But I would buy saddles that were more English. I even had an Australian saddle for a while, and I would post when I trotted because I found it more comfortable.
Kevin, what's up?
Yeah.
Don't see Chop Chat to bless your
work.
Yeah, we don't do that. But Viking Services at hotmail.com is our PayPal account, brother.
Actually, I have a PayPal account, and it's called, hang on, Shofar Viking. And if you want to, donate at Shofar Viking, you can donate on PayPal.
Where did Homestead Oz go? I want to know if they're TUIs or VB people.
The only thing I can't can is ice cream.
Oh.
Oh, somebody said their 2-year-old loves listening to you. I have your sorghum press.
And I'm ready to buy it whenever we can hook up, brother.
Yeah, that would be
Albo!
awesome.
Sup, my brother?
How are you? Come see us.
Hey, Albo X, who none of you know, is one of 2 people responsible for bringing me to Christ, and he didn't even try.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's very true. All right. We are American and what is that Viking? What's that other flag? Norwegian?
Norwegian!
Yeah, awesome, Johnny Highwoods. I did comment, but we are censored a lot on lives. Aw.
Well, what did you say? Tuies or VB? Tuies or VB? Just type that.
A fold-up wagon in the car. Wagons are a really cool thing too. When you think about it, these all-terrain kind of farm wagons and foldable.
That's me too. I'm a VB man.
Oh, and so is Vicky.
Oh, Vicky knows what VB is. I did not know that.
She's a connoisseur.
She is a connoisseur.
Can you comment?
We get along.
There's a lot, Tad. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think you'll go wrong. No bees in Northwest Arkansas?
We have bees.
I think it's a little early for them to be out a lot. I think it's got to be a little bit warmer, but we've had no problem.
Good, Cheffy.
Like when the blackberries were flowering, although they're flowering now.
Vicky said no, but I don't know what she said no to. Yes, I am subscribed to Bjorn, and he and I have actually corresponded a couple times.
My family tree goes back to Rollo.
Rollo?
What? We know who he is.
Well, that's because we watched the show.
Yeah, but it's based on history. Just giving you his answer. Oh, man, you're supposed to know. Just heading to camp, guys. God bless. Shalom. Bless y'all. Be careful out there. Homestead, Australia.
Yeah, MI Prepper. I really think you should take this opportunity to brush up on your Russian. I really do. Because you and I both know if you don't speak it, you start losing it. So start speaking again, because it's all still there. It's all still in your head. You just need to practice.
Oh, I tried to sneeze and my back is going out from leaning that way.
Are you still on the thing?
Yeah. I'm making a trade for some hornet bees. I don't know what hornet.
I don't know either.
Hornet bees. Thanks you both. Just stumbled onto a need a prepper pantry too. Prince Edward Island.
Where's that? Is that in Canada?
That's off the coast of Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Honey, there, getting honeybees. Good, Smile and Mary. That's
so I speak almost zero Russian. Like I could probably know 5 or 6 words.
You do,
but Mary. I have learned that dabai is a very important word in Russian.
Yeah,
dabai.
He says it a lot. Yep, the peeper frogs are coming out.
No, it's not too late to start prepping. Hey, what do you think? I'm gonna turn off the comments for a second. What do you think somebody? Because I was going to ask you this when I came out. What do you think somebody new to prepping should do? They've just decided, crap, I need to prep. What should they do?
They should. You got to think about what you want to prep for, though. You should know.
Let's just say they're not secure
area.
in the world, and they think I need to get ready to be on my own.
On their own. You need to start acquiring skills, tools, and stuff. You need to look into studying things like camping.
Victoria Bitters is a beer.
Yeah. And doing things on your own. Learning about outdoor skills and canning and, that kind of homesteading stuff. Look to getting the Reader's Digest Back to Basics book. It has 1,000,001 homesteading things in there and how to do them. It's really good. And
hello, Klingon Princess.
Try to get together, like if you have a what do you call it? The local colleges, if they have any classes that are related to homesteading or prepping, take a few classes. Is that good? Is that good advice?
Sure.
All right.
I wasn't really paying attention, but whatever advice you gave on prepping is good advice, sweetie.
Thanks for asking me a question and then
I was watching this.
You said you weren't going to. I grew up without electricity. We just reheat food a couple of times. Well, that's what we do too. And it's better the second time around.
We were just talking, when you make things like chili or spaghetti or lasagna, you might as well just make it, let it cool down, put it in the fridge, and serve it the next day. It's always better left over.
Curry. Yep. Proper friendly meal recommended by a friend from Colombia. Rice topped with a fried egg. Tried and it's very good. Well, it's saying that's basically fried rice. Throw a few vegetables in there and now you have fried rice. It is a very good meal. Told my husband we need to put 2 feet of dirt.
You know, you could put bags of grain, corn, wheat, beans, that kind of thing.
Cheffy 101 says plant as many perennial food plants as you can. That's what I do. Wherever I move, I take some of my weeds with me because I like them.
Curry is awesome.
Yes.
The Brits, did you eat any curry when you were in England?
I ate no. Dude, I had doner kebabs and fish and chips all the time.
You didn't eat curry?
I ate zero curry.
Tell
when
us
I was
about
in
the
England.
fabulous Nikki.
Nikki from Cyprus. She was our waitress at a doner kebab place that was down the way. And we young college students from Kansas were, you know, our time clocks were way off.
You were
when we
from
got there.
Virginia, but go on.
Was I from, you're right,
Yes,
from
you were.
Virginia. And we would stay up late at night. We're excited. We're in a new country and, you know, we're studying all this stuff. And so we'd be up at like 2 in the morning and nothing is open. Like pubs close at 11. And the only place open was a doner kebab place down the road
With Nikki.
with illegal immigrants working in it. The one waiter was from Iran and had been picked up by the cops and beaten up and stuff. And like the cook was from somewhere else. But our waitress, now you got to picture us, we're, you know, like 20 sitting in our booth, and up walks basically Elvira, if anyone knows who she was.
Elvira.
Very- Not that one. Not that one. The very, very slinks up to the
That's what they're talking about.
and they lean over, or she leans over and she says, "What do you want?" And our RA,
What do you want?
who was a young man named Peter, said, "We want you, Nikki. We want you." And she just kind of laughed and looked at him. She
Everybody
wanted,
wants me.
she wanted our order. And so from then on, it was like, Nikki.
Nick.
She just, from Cyprus.
What did you eat when you were there?
Doner kebabs, told you.
All right, there you
What are you two doing for dinner tonight? Well, the plan was, we still haven't eaten yet. Thank you.
go. I know. What time is
Corn
it? It's
on the
late.
cob and probably grilled cheese
It's after 8.
sandwiches.
Corn on the cob and grilled cheese.
Yep. Gathering fiddleheads here in Maine. We
That's
don't
right,
have
Chastity.
the fiddleheads here, but we have some sort of wild
Maybe
vine,
Oak Ridge.
and it grows tendrils, and the tendrils on the end of the vine you can cut and eat. Mistress of the job.
I did a video from the Addams family of them dancing to like something. It was pretty good. I don't remember what it was.
Mrs. Lovely Dudley says, "Sounds good." Yeah, what is that? A sawtooth briar.
Tell
Sawtooth
them
briar.
what you made with that turkey burger. This was so good. I ate it 3 meals in a row.
Okay, so it was basically just a stir fry. I had turkey burger and some shredded carrots. I got onions out of the garden. And I cooked first. I sauteed in peanut oil, ginger and garlic, chopped
On
up.
a Coleman 2-burner stove.
Right, and a wrought iron frying pan. And then after that, I took that out. Oh, and some CRP, some crushed red pepper. Took that out, cooked the meat next, and into the meat I put soy sauce with some brown sugar in it and a garlic
Sea-cat.
hoisin sauce. And that flavored that meat while it was cooking. And I took that out, and then I put the shredded carrots and probably some greens and oh, there was one other vegetable I can't remember right now in there, and I sauteed that in the pan with some beef stock. And then when that was done, I put everything. Excuse me, I'm trying.
Somebody's
to
going
tell
turkey
the
hunting. I'm
recipe.
sorry. I love turkey hunting.
I put all of it back into the frying pan and stirred it and threw in a couple bit more like fish sauce and sesame oil and hoisin. And then when it was done cooking, I put it on rice and he ate it.
It was delicious. I'm sorry. Somebody said they're going turkey hunting. I love spring gobbler season. Wow.
Speaking of which,
Have you notes on how far north the sun is setting? Lee, I have not paid attention to that.
It's setting around 8:30 now.
You know what though? Lee's right.
What?
Lee, you're right. The sun's setting right there, and usually it sets there. It is setting very far north of normal. Wow. Interesting.
Ricker's Homestead, a hobby farm. I just subscribed. Thank you. It's starting to get dark.
They can still see us. Look.
But
See?
look, do you see?
But it's okay. They can see us. You just talked about food. Now you're hungry.
I'm hungry and I'm
That's
cold, and
okay.
we're almost done.
Do brown wild turkeys taste different? I don't know what brown wild turkeys are.
No one ever sees these things.
Shelby, it is good to be in a small town.
15 bean soup. I've made that. That's really good too. Of course, you know later you'll be warming the bed. Hello from Alberta.
Alberta? I've been to Alberta.
It's cold up there, right?
I was there in February. It was really cold.
I live on the outskirts of Atlanta, pretty much stuck here. Should I focus on bugging in or bugging out? You
If
bug
you're on
in
the
first.
outskirts of Atlanta, I don't know. How close are you to badness?
Jay Jones, he's had a lot of practice.
Yeah, I do like hunting turkeys.
Try lentil shepherd's pie and cook the lentils in beef broth. Delicious. 70 degrees in Alberta. Almost time to start planting.
We had ham steaks and fried potatoes. Well, I like fried potatoes.
Yeah.
Ebola outbreak map. Yeah, we're not going to show that. Okay.
Lentils are my magic. Lentils
I
are
love
really
lentils.
cool.
We just got, so the Bear Independent, my brother TJ just got a big order of pinto black beans and lentils. Man, they were good.
The good thing about lentils is they cook so quickly. 15 minutes, right? And they're ready.
I love lentils.
I throw them into something that I was cooking recently, just thinking there's enough broth, and they came out great. They're really, really, what do you call it? Versatile. Walk in the woods and thank the creator for being there. Yeah, absolutely. Indian curry dishes with lentils are really good. Yes.
Follow in Yeshua, they sprout them and eat lentils also.
Excellent.
Lentils could feed the world. We should
And
probably
do.
try. Can we grow lentils here? I mean, I have no idea. Maybe we'll plant some of ours.
Jay John's amazing lentil recipe from Med. Lentil soup, right?
Devil dog semper fi. Have turkeys in the front yard. Access has shifted 13 degrees.
Go, I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
Oh, I'm stiff from sitting in the chair.
We don't sit this long usually.
Not leaning.
Lentils
like
are grown in Alberta, so I guess we can grow them here, right? Countess of Nidaros.
Nidaros.
Oh, following Yeshua's grown lentils, so we could definitely do it.
Well, maybe we should try that.
Hello, South Carolina.
Hey, we grew chickpeas last
We
week.
grew chickpeas. Axis of the planet, maybe. Maybe it's changing. "19 chicks. That's a lot. Wow, hallelujah. That's good, Ingrid. Trondheim, Norway. I would love to go to Norway. I looked into it, and it seems that I want to go up the spine, up northern Norway. There are not a lot of hotels. So where does one stay when one's a tourist? That's one. And two, wow, it's expensive in Norway. Do we have any current Norwegians on the chat?
There was a Norwegian on the chat. And he showed the American flag and the Norwegian flag.
You're going to enjoy the Stop the Bleed class.
Oh.
I don't know if you've noticed it yet, but we are far from youths. I don't know if we can stay in a youth hostel. I don't even know what
And
Left
Norge.
Sea is.
See? In
Yeah, that's
Norge.
Norway. Hi, Montana. No, there's not a Bible passage on the sun rising in the west that I know of.
In Revelation. Faith Walker, you can probably grow rice. There was a Hmong lady in the area who grew black rice that she brought
Oh
from,
yeah, she let you like come to her garden and stuff.
from Laos.
You know the people in
she
that
brought
area
it
call
with
it
her.
Lao.
And she just used her hose and she planted it in the ground and watered it.
All right, I gotta go blow my nose again. I'll be back.
Johnny says it's off season. You will do fine. Beds are comfortable.
The youth hostels in Norway.
Youth hostels in Norway.
North.
North Georgia mountains are beautiful. They're absolutely stunning. We took a wrong turn once and wound up in North Georgia. It was really, really pretty, but we needed to get home.
We also visited friends in North Georgia.
In the fiber.
The revolting man.
Utes. Mad Celt said Utes.
Utes.
Right. I've not made lefse. We don't know what that is.
If it's anything like lutefisk, we're not interested.
After this last
Dahlonega. I've been to Dahlonega. Blueberry pancakes.
Many of us should try to grow rice. Hey, I've got little ponds and things I've done on this property on purpose. If I wanted to grow rice, I could just throw them in there. But yeah, local bee honey is good for helping with the allergies. But see, he normally doesn't have them. I have a duck.
Somebody told me you can get them as you get older.
I have a duck sitting on eggs right now. Don't need any more ducks. I have a duck sitting on eggs too. I hope she hatches them. I try to make it to North Georgia several times a year. It's worth the wait.
We have a lot of Viking meetups in North Georgia.
Skyline Drive. It's gorgeous. Loving this live stream. Just subbed. Thank you. Lefse is Norwegian flatbread. It's super good.
I would eat that.
Well, my daughter was eating wasa today, so I think that's pretty similar. You can spontaneously develop allergies.
I think that's what I might have done.
Living. Talk about your ducks again. I didn't get to see the whole comment. Have you ever tried goldenrod honey? It's really good. I don't think we have.
There goes a bat.
Grandma, Norwegian flatbread. Zyrtec and Flonase both for bad allergies.
I'm going to add Flonase. We'll probably get that. Tomorrow's Friday. We probably won't get out tomorrow. Maybe Sunday or Monday.
Somebody said their allergies, pregnant with a first child, has never had allergies until now. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
A fellow member of our local mag is starting a beehive on his property in West Virginia. Awesome thing to do, though.
Yeah.
Don't anybody put sugar in their lefse.
We're going to go in and have grilled cheese and what?
Corn on the cob. We
Corn
have
on the cob.
2-foot tomatoes here in our greenhouse in Manitoba. That's one reason I'd like to get my greenhouse going, is so I can have stuff. I mean, we have a pretty good temperature here. I think I might be able to keep them alive. I have a friend who has an orange tree who has.
What did we have for our
it.
first breakfast today?
First breakfast today was papaya.
Papaya
with lemon.
Oh,
low battery.
Low battery. Well, we're gonna close.
Okay.
I'll let you sign off. Hey, it was great having y'all.
Yes, thank you for showing up. We appreciate it.
We do appreciate y'all. And YouTube. How often are you posting? About 3 or 4 times a week?
Sister K Shofar Mountain is my channel, and I post.
They're there now.
Occasionally. Sometimes it's every day, sometimes it's once a week, sometimes it's every 3 weeks. It depends on what's happening. When life happens, I'm not always shooting videos. When I have a little extra time, then I get to shoot videos. To get questions, if there's something y'all need to know, we know how to do it. We will give you advice.
Yeah, we won't BS you. If we don't know, we don't talk about it. So
right.
There's that. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna let you sign off.
Shalom,
I'll see y'all out there.
Shalom, you guys. Bless y'all. Be safe. Be careful. Oh, be ready. Bless you. Shalom. Okay. 294. That's because you were on there.